Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, so I just heard somebody did a video on Robert Garcia defending, or the Hypocrisy, basically defending Oscar Valdez. I'm gonna tell you the guy's channel, man. Give me a minute. Check out the Box News playlist. Share the video. It's obviously on ES News, but like I said, Ellie don't know how to. He don't title his shit well. All right, it's called his channel is called UGC Flame. He said Robert Garcia exposed, making excuses for Oscar Valdez, Mexican bias. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video on the sports channel. Financially, Cash App is CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link there as well too. So, am I surprised, to be honest? No. One thing I admire about the situation that we seeing is that Mexicans stick together. Through thick and thin, through fat and wide, through tall or short, they stick together. That's one thing I wish the black community could be like that, but it ain't like that. All right, can't one person change it? It takes a community to change it. We used to be close, like post desegregation. We used to be close. We used to have our own stuff and stuff of that nature, man. But you know, as far as we get deeper into desegregation, it's getting worse and worse. We losing culture. We losing hip hop. The only thing that we know as a culture. Oh, my receipt in my pocket. What if it's like $1,000 in the nigga pocket of receipt, man? Where's it from? Oh, Boneyard. I just went there. So, you know, we getting further and further. I don't want to give y'all an education, man, on that, but I admire the way they stick together, and they always stay on code. You don't see nobody truly disrespect Canelo Alvarez like that. As far as like guys like Robert Garcia, you don't really. If they do, you know, something. The hardest people on Canelo is like Nacho Beristain, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Even though he loved Canelo, those are the guys that are really high on him. Okay, those are the guys that are truly high on him, man. So, and like I said before, I'm not surprised. He basically said that. Like, you know, he was talking about the dude. Did the video. He said Silva basically said ain't no place for steroids when Silva got caught. Whoever it was, not Silva, whoever he's facing. Whoever the hell it was, right, in MMA. Then he asked, then they put the clip what he said about Oscar Valdez. And he was like, well, you know, people from Mexico come and the mothers give them stuff and they don't know it's illegal and just stuff of that nature. You know, so man, I'm gonna play the clip. Basically, that's what he said. Basically, he tried to defend it, but when it came down to somebody else in MMA, he didn't defend it. So, I mean, me personally, man, it is what it is. They gonna stay on code. That's what people not gonna tell you. They gonna stay on code. Mexicans gonna stay on code, man. And for the most part, they trying to, you know, if it's PEDS, if it's laws, and if it's cheating, if it's excuse making, they gonna stay on code. Man, motherfucker might drop 100 people. They gonna stay on code, and they stick together, bro. And that's something that, you know, only the black community don't do. Arabs stick together, Indians stick together, Chinese stick together, Koreans stick together, Japanese stick together, Mongolian people stick together, Canadians stick together, French stick together. We don't stick together. But at some point, we like, man, where the objectivity at? But it's been no track record of objectivity. Even with Margarito, people might have said no. But what was those Mexicans that when he got a license to fight? You know what I'm saying? Even look at Oscar, who I know a Mexican American. You look at him and, you know, some of the things that he did with pictures he did with stockings and leggings, and, you know, he didn't get shunned or he didn't get ripped away. He should have got ripped. So I'm at the point where it's a track record of them sticking together. Now we know PEDS, we know, you know, with Canelo, they're not gonna throw nobody under the bus. And this, I can't really speak for the other affairs of gang members and or restaurants or however they do the economy system. Like I said, when I went out to Vegas, I ain't never seen that many Mexicans in my life or Latinos in my life. You know, and we got Southwest Detroit. It's a ton of them there. You know, I don't spend a lot of time in Southwest Detroit. But they do got some banging ass restaurants. It's dangerous though. That's where like Big Meech and them from. Where him and his brother Southwest T, that's Southwest Detroit. Like Southwest Detroit, man, is, I'll give them like, they go down there, bro. Like, but I think a lot of refineries that way and stuff of that nature. But yeah, we got a lot of Hispanics there, got a lot of restaurants. But like when you go west, I was like get off the hotel, you seeing them with their hot socks and they cool as fuck though. They wasn't trying to start no issue, but you know in Southern California, like they beefing. Sean was talking to me yesterday on the phone about about the history of them beefing and stuff, and that's crazy. But you don't have that dynamic in Texas. You don't have that issue in Texas. I don't think you have it in New Mexico. It's still happening in New York. They get along well in New York. Even here in Southwest Detroit, they get along well. But when you talk about, even all the melting pot in Florida, South Florida don't get that shit there. But if they can get to the root of where it started at, maybe they can solve it. But at the same thing, one thing you know about them, they gonna stay on code. At least in boxing, they gonna stay on code. Right foot, left stump. They gonna stump all. They gonna stay on code. And do I think it's right that that he defend Oscar Valdez? No, because somebody can die in the ring. If that was your nephew in the ring with Oscar Valdez, or if that was one of your family members with Oscar Valdez, you would be mad. You would be mad. If he went in there with Mikey, somebody went to Mikey, they was caught cheating. If he was black, he probably would have had a totally different issue with it. They probably would have had a totally different issue with it. But then he Mexican, and it's okay, and it's all right, man. Maybe he took something his mother gave it to him. At the end of the day, but I tell you, when you sign them forms, and your legal counsel, tell you like, they say if you got something medical before you sign it, let us know. If you're taking something medical, you can do this, that, and the third. That's what it is, man. But of course, they gonna stay on code, and I don't think it's right. I think when it comes to a life or death situation, no matter the variable, it should be the same. Everybody should have the same reaction. Everybody said, and Stephen Bradman Edwards, the boxing coach, he said something smart. He said nobody ever take responsibility for PEDS. Nobody ever said my fault, I did it, I shouldn't have did it, and left nobody. And if they do, they're like, well, I had an injury, this is why I took it. Nobody fess up and say, give me my time. Nobody do that. Nobody's do that. Nobody fess up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody take responsibility for their own actions, man. And honestly, that's the God honest truth about the situation. No matter the variable, we should have the same reaction. I should have the same reaction. Somebody on YouTube had the same reaction. Hispanics should have the same reaction, no matter if it's black, white, Puerto Rican, Latino, Mexican, British. We should have the same reaction. We should have the same reaction. But in boxing, there are a different set of rules for people. In the Mexican boxing community, it's a different set of rules for people. I'm pretty sure there's some objective Mexican channels out there. But just think of it this way, man. Would you want your son or your daughter or your family member, somebody you care about, to go in with an unfair advantage? If you competed at something, even if it's something that's skiing, you don't want your son to be at an unfair advantage. Nobody wants that. So we all want to be on the same accord. We all want to be on the same level. And he should just say, you know what he did was wrong. I'm waiting to see what he got to say, but what he did is wrong, and he should just, punishment should be, in there. If Mikey was going there to fight Spence, and Spence had steroids in his ass, they'd be asking, they'd strip Spence, they would have been cussing Spence out. They say a dirty fighter, Spence would never be able to run away from that steroid stigma around with him. Same thing for any other fighter. People still talking about Trinidad stacking his raps. But people won't even say, oh, Canelo still stack his raps, it's illegal outside of Vegas, or whatever the situation is. Nobody talk about that. They do more accusing. Oh, Spence, look at his nipples. Charlo, look how the way they act. But they ain't missed a drug test. Charlo's missed one drug test. They pass all the rest. But they do more accusing than they do being on the PED offenders. They do more accusing than prosecuting the PED offenders. And that's wrong. They don't accuse the brothers. You know it. To me it's pitiful. To me it's not right. But for somebody to be as great of a trainer as Robert Garcia is, to have the stature that he had in boxing, to be a former world champion, to have a prodigy nephew of Mikey Garcia, to have a lot of fighters. If that happened to one of his fighters in that Oxnard gym, he'd be raising hell. If they was anybody. What if Valdez fought one of your fighters and they was on some shit? But like I said before, they loyal to a fault. They loyal even to death. Or into inequality or cheating. And that's just the way they roll. I admire it to a certain extent, but you talking life or death, somebody could die. People that get caught with PEDS should be, in the fight. If it's the post-PED fight test, it should be considered Hold on, they said somebody 2 jersey behind here. So they showing boxing on football. Zaire Abdul Salam. They showing him as on football. Oh, he played football. Okay. So he's a Western Michigan player. He's a boxer, but yeah, but you know how the game is. Let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Reach out if you want to advertise on the channel, video request, chop it up. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description, all the links there. You want to join our Discord for our, Discord is a chat. We chat offline and we talking college football today, some boxing, you know how I go. Check the Discord link out. But other than that, best way to donate, thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook group. If I ain't said it already, all my social media links in there. If you want to chop it up, video requests, whatever it may be, hit me up. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Peace.